Hey, 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 what's going on, everybody? This is Hunter. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Today, I've got an absolute treat for you. This is Brinkley's brand new travel trailer line. So I woke up at 5 o'clock in the morning, drove all the way up to Indiana just to show you guys this. This is the 2024 Brinkley Model Z 295 Air. Now, if you guys like RV videos, hit that like and subscribe button. All the specifications, things like length, height, tank sizes, awning sizes, will be down in the description of the video, and it should pop up on the screen. But I hope you guys like the tour. Let's go head on inside. Again, it's the 2024 Brinkley Model Z 295 Air. And this is bringing everything that they do well in the fifth wheel line straight to a travel trailer. And right when you walk in, I mean, you can really tell how incredible this thing is. This is going to be a bunk model floor plan. So you have bunks right behind that door, and they're the big old double wide kind, so you get tons of room for your kids, you know, to sleep and sleep comfortably. They also have a 350-pound weight rating too, you know, which is nice for even a bigger guy like me to sleep in. But the first thing that I notice is you get a ton of functional space. So you're going to have dual opposing slides on this model. Over here, you're going to see a super large residential style 12-volt refrigerator, an oven, microwave, and pantry. And then you flip it around and you have a sofa in a slide that is all about seating to accommodate for all the extra people. And then you see this little bracket right there. That comes into play when you want to sit down, you know, and have some dinner. So it has a table that actually sets up into it. So whether or not you're eating on the sofa or eating here on the island, you got plenty of places to do it. So for the slide height reference, you know, I am 6 feet tall, and this slide is going to be 72.5 inches. So you can see I just fit in here really well. So it gives a really nice roomy feel. You also get the barrel roof in here for 84 inches of head height. So again, 6 feet tall for reference. You can see it is very open. It's not claustrophobic. It's just a really great feel. So not only do you get the openness of a travel trailer, you know, with the barrel roofing, but you also get, you know, those extra Brinkley touches. So as far as the fit and finish is concerned, you can see right here, everything is really well put together. If you guys have seen Brinkley before, there's going to be no staple holes. Everything is a custom finish straight for each model, which is nice. It's all in a temperature controlled area, you know, as well. So you can really count on that fit and finish being above and beyond, because you don't have that, you know, kind of that flexing, that expanding and contracting that the weather brings. You know, some of these brands will lay out, you know, some of their stuff just kind of out willy-nilly outside, you know, and that leads to, you know, some long-term problems. So Brinkley definitely does it right. You know, it's a premium product with a premium price, and it comes with a premium feel and touch to it. So it's really well put together. You're also going to see the flooring also matches up here with the slide, and it's going to be on that flush mount slide. So that's going to be part of the reason why you do get that head height. And you notice no carpet as well. So I know a lot of you guys don't like the carpet. You don't have to have carpet in the Brinkley. So that's a nice little touch to have. On the sofa, this one, and that one do pop out. So you get some extra, you know, kind of recliner room. They're also on that quick recline. So they do lay relatively flat. So if you're going to have a couple extra guests that want to rely on some extra sleeping space, instead of dropping down an air mattress, you have the ability to sleep a couple extra folks right there. And then back to that table that we referenced, just like how all the other Brinkleys kind of have those hidden Easter eggs, you push right here, and then that's going to be right in there. If you can't really see it, but that's going to be the bracketing, you know, for the table. And right now I've got the table set up in that back bunk room, kind of tucked away. All of the windows are going to be that European kind of square style. They're also going to be tinted. The only option that does come on the Brinkley is you can get it with dual pane if you'd like. Another thing that I've really liked, being relatively new, you know, to the Brinkley line, and I'm not sure if you will be able to see it until we get on the outside. Let me see here. Kind of see it right there. That little silver part, that's actually going to be sort of like a, you know, like a thermofoil or whatever. So you have your day shades, you know, the half drac, and then you get the full Dracula, the blackout shades right there, and you can kind of customize it to how you like to let in, you know, whatever air that you may enjoy. That's also going to be a magnetic latch there, so really nice and sturdy feel to it. You also notice the fit and finish that we referenced here around the slide also comes up and around the windows as well. So no exposed, you know, screws or staple holes, anything like that. It's a true kind of residential feel to it, very sturdy. I even like how they put the lighting, how you have the LED lights. I haven't seen that before in another brand. That accent lighting just kind of adds, to the ambiance there, of a Brinkley. As we keep moving along, you got your TV. That TV does have a little swivel. I put this little piece out right here, but what you can do is pull on that and it'll actually come out on an angle. And this is where it really shows off that barrel roofing as well. You get that accent lighting there behind, just kind of, curving with the ceiling. Obviously, you can see you got a fireplace. It's going to put out about 5,500 BTUs, heats up roughly 500 square feet of RV. So in an RV this size, it'll heat up the entirety of this room, absolutely no problem. And even go back into the bunk room and perhaps bleed back into your bedroom, with some, proper air circulation. So that's going to be that island. And what I like about the island, and something that I learned that I did miss in my previous Brinkley videos, because I am new to Brinkley, so I am learning a lot. Feel free to drop a comment if I missed something. I'm learning along with you guys, and I would love the input. But this island is going to be, much sturdier than most. You see when I'm pushing on it, it's not moving. That's because it's going to be kind of like a steel island. It's got a steel frame to itself that ties down directly, into the chassis of it, which that is completely unheard of, from anything that I've ever heard. You also get the accent lighting. Babe, if you're watching, I love you. You have solid surface countertops all throughout, including into the bedroom, which is nice. And then look at all that countertop space. But then even up here, that pendant lighting is looking absolutely beautiful. And then again, more accent lighting, just a really nice, well thought out, elegant touch. I mean, look how good those lemons look right over there. They laid those out to make it look sharper. And who would have thought a bowl of lemons would look that good? Now we're back on over. So we just showed you the slide with the couch. Now we move it on over here and we got, the pantry, the oven with all of the cabinetry all up and around, and then that big 12-volt refrigerator, which is going to pair up really nicely with the solar, which is going to be 370-watt solar panel. And you do have the ability with the plugins, to double that if you would like. And the 370 is actually nice too because it's on one panel as well. So the closet here, you do get the lighting in here as well, so you can see what's going on. You also have an outlet, so if you want to turn this into like a Keurig bar or drop in like a blender to make up some margaritas, you're more than welcome to do so. And just like all the other Brinkleys, and I freaking love it, is you get the ability to adjust these shelves. You see how it's all in those little hooks right there? So you can pop them in, you're good to go. Figure out how you want to use it. Maybe even use it for some hanging items if you just want to remove these shelving, make it like a little makeshift closet. I mean, the possibilities are endless with that. I also enjoy the fact that they have these little tabs right here for some really nice strong magnet latches. And the other thing that I've noticed on the Brinkley, typically it's just one magnetic latch. They actually have 3. Is that the most important thing in the world? Probably not. You could get away with the 1, but why not have 3, if 3 is available? So I like the fact that they took the extra care for that. So you have the Furrion oven right here, or Furrion microwave, I apologize. Probably familiar with the microwave, but I'll go ahead and open that up for you. And you do have storage both left and right here as well, which is looking just really sharp. You have a nice little viewing window just to kind of help things feel, a little bit more open, a little bit more airy. But even that is going to be framed in, so I like seeing that. And then on both sides, you're going to have, looks like it's like even, so it's symmetric on both sides, but the solid surface countertops that even wraps a little bit around the back. So that is super cool. Most brands will actually have that recessed all the way back in there, have a little bit of a shorter slide and a little bit less room, but they didn't go that route. They went with a little bit of a deeper, slide in itself. You also notice you get an outlet right there and a couple lighting controls up here too. So you're going to have a whole bunch of storage. So you got 1, 2, and look how far these things come out and how deep that is. You get a third one down here. Bada bang. And then another one. And I'm sorry I'm opening all these, but I just think it's deserving. And they're all going to be, dovetail as well. And then even these have the magnetic latches too. So when you're driving down the road, you don't have to worry about driving like a madman and, coming back to a, messy camper. And if you saw right here too, it's on that soft close, which is nice. 3 stovetop burner to whip up all the fixings. You also get the little glass stovetop. Boom, an oven. Cook yourself up a chicken or something. And then you flip it back around and you're back to this island. So again, you get that accent lighting, really nice, elongated, You know, so if you got the kids, if they're wanting to play some games down at the campground, maybe some apple juice pong, you know, or some flip cup, you got the room to do it. You also have the storage too, because the sink is not in the island, which is a little bit uncommon. You know, it's right over there. So I like the way that it kind of separates and gives you a little bit more workable, usable space. So right here, you got a removable paper towel holder, or do a little bit of a sword fight. Let me put that back here. Really clean cut storage, and you got that little lip right there too. Little Brinkley welcoming packet, which will have, you know, your owner guides and things of that nature. And then you're going to get 2 garbage cans as well. Sorry, getting over a cold here a little bit, but you got the 2 garbage cans. And then just like the other Model Zs, you know, those popped up underneath the island, but since this is a travel trailer, they do things a little bit differently. That's going to be for your dog bowls, which are going to connect in, you know, right over here. Now back over to the refrigerator. This is going to complete, you know, this slide with the pantry, oven, microwave, and now refrigerator. But this is going to be a 16 cubic foot, 12 volt refrigerator. So you're going to have more than enough room, you know, for a week's worth of groceries. Absolutely no problem. I really like the 12 volt too, because it can run off of your, you know, your truck battery, the solar, you know, just your battery in general that's on the unit, which has a place for 2, by the way. I'll show you that here on the exterior portion. But it's much upgraded to what a lot of the industry, you know, does, and is going away from, actually. But that from the gas and electric, sorry, kind of blanking out there. So you get a ton of countertop space for all your, you know, kind of prepping and cleaning needs. I really like the tile look finished back. And then you got the fancy pants kind of brass looking finish to the high-rise faucet. Hitting those dishes from all angles. You also have kind of that charcoal, that brushed stainless steel undermounted bowl right here. And then underneath, again, really clean cut storage. So you're going to get 3 pull-out drawers. One here, another here, and then the bottom one's going to be about twice as large. And one thing I forgot to mention here before I get along too far, that shows you that's the fuse box there, by the way. So the safety latch screws in right here for the refrigerator. You guys have seen me, you know, struggle with those many a times on videos. They thread in there, they're forever long. But I could always see myself losing them. And right here, if I can get my camera in the right way, well, heck, let me just show it to you this way. So it pulls out, and then there's a little magnetic tab right there. So it's nice and secure, you're not gonna lose it. Above the sink, you also get some pretty incredible storage as well. And they're even thoughtful enough to put this little, you know, plastic tab right there. So when it hits this, you know, it's not banging into anything. Kind of another little safety guard, another little longevity move. This is going to be the drying rack right here for the top of the sink. I think that about does it here for this portion. Let me go back and show you that bunk room. One other thing I forgot to mention is you got that max air fan right here that's directly above the oven, help you suck out the steam or stink from whatever you're cooking. So this is going to be the door to the bunk room, and they do have this little latch, which I want to point out for the simple fact that it's very cool. So that's how you are in travel mode. Lift it up and now you can open it. It's on that roller, really nice and smooth. Even this feels, you know, incredibly sturdy, which I'm not used to. Usually those doors are the kind that are shaken up for you. You got an emergency exit over here, so pull, push, and plop. You can get out in a hurry. You see you got plenty of storage. I'll show you that here in just a second. But you're going to get, let me pull that on. Look at that, the double wide bunks here. And again, a 350-pound weight capacity. So even I, you know, could sleep in these, even on the top one, and be worry-free about it. Oh. So right there, you got outlets, cable hookup, a place for a TV backer. And then you also see you get outlets and USBs. Outlets and USBs. So the kids do have a way to charge up all their devices. And the top one does get the benefit of having that viewing window. There's going to be 4 of those. Heat duct right there. Now there's not going to be storage that's underneath this bed in the conventional way. Typically, travel trailers will leave that open so you can slide some couple totes in there, because this has one of the most impressive back storages that I've ever seen on a travel trailer. I cannot wait for you to see that. And if you guys have made it this far, If you don't mind, hit that like and subscribe button, drop a comment, let me know what you guys think. I know this is a lot to take in. It's something new. Oh, shoot, duh. One thing I forgot to show you is this right here is going to be your AC. So this one is going to be 18K. It's ducted back into the bunk room, but it has this dump port right here that will take care of the rest of this room. Then you have another one there for the bedroom, which is going to be a 13.5. But what's pretty darn cool about this, and the rep showed me, there's a remote control that you can turn this thing on. Let me see. So that opens up, and then you can automatically fan it. So that way this will open up and close, and it'll push air. And this is on that turbo mode, and just listen to how quiet this thing is. I mean, it is nearly whisper quiet. Power that down. But on the remote, it's actually got a sensor. So, you know, when you're walking into a room, if it shows that it's a little bit too cold, you know, it will, it'll crank up that AC just a little bit more. This is going to be your control panel. So you got all your lighting settings, your awning 1, awning 2, slide 1, slide 2, all your different lighting. And then right here, you're on a dimmer as well. Now the camera will sometimes flash on this. That's not too bad. So in person, obviously you can't see any sort of flash. On the camera, it picks up just a hair. But this is a nice way to kind of set the mood, nice ambient glow, you know, maybe for a movie mode or something. This is the control for your max air fan as well. You got the little upside down candy canes right here to hang up some clothing. And then you got a pretty impressive bathroom as well. So, you know, again, the height in here, 84 inches. So when you get up into, you know, the bathroom, it's really great head height. So, you know, if you're a little bit taller than me, I'm guessing you're probably about 6'6", you know, right up into the top, maybe 6'4", somewhere around there. But it looks like a one-piece molded fiberglass. And then you got the fanciest shower, my personal favorite. You got the 4 ports where water spits out. Doesn't get any better, with a couple little areas where you can hang up some shampoo. You also get the light that goes across there as well. So if you want to shower at night, perfect feature for you. A little bit of storage. This door also opens up from the bedroom. So a little inside-outside access. You got the mirror with the accent lighting there around it. Perfect to show off the old bowling gun, baby. Again, solid surface countertops. You got a sink. You got your plug-ins. Access to your plumbing and some clean-cut storage. 3 pull-out drawers. And then you got your porcelain foot flush throne here as well. Heading into the bedroom, you notice you got storage all up and around the bed. You do get a queen bed here as well, which is nice. And then the lighting is going to be tucked away in each cubby for these lights. And there's 3 different modes. It's a 3-way switch. So you can put it down, which turns it on, up, which makes it motion sensor, or into the middle, you know, which just completely shuts it off. But I like how they do that. And you got that cubby there, you know, for that CPAP as well, along with a couple outlets. So storage is going to be the same on both sides. Nice little hanging rack there for you. And then you're going to get, you know, 2 of these as well. Windows on both sides, and they do open up for a breeze, and they still come with those same, you know, Dracula shade half drac with the thermofoil there on the backing. This is going to be your second AC. Again, it's a 13.5. It's going to be on that dump, so it's going to cool down, you know, this area here. And then you got the TV backer location along with all the plug-ins. And then boom. You got a really nice kind of storage situation going on here as well. And that's going to be for your gas water heater right there too, which is going to be one of those overpowered ones, you know, which are pretty nice, that kind of like that on-demand style. So again, the lighting for that, those switches that I was telling you, so not only does it turn on that, but that's going to be the motion sensor portion right down there. So I like how they added in the accent lighting there for the floor. It's on the strut system, so hands-free. But I think that about wraps up here for the inside portion of the tour. Again, this is the 2024 Brinkley Model Z 295 Air. Let's give you one more little look here, then we'll head around the outside. So in case you missed it the first time around, all the specifications, length, height, tank sizes, awning sizes will be down in the description of this video. But you can see you still get that fiberglass front cap with the automotive paint there up on the front. I also like how they do the lighting structure. It's still going with that kind of automotive theme. It's that nice soft glow right behind here that provides a really great ambient light there at night. You got the little drop frame right here, which is going to open this up to an absolute ton of storage. This is going to be one of the largest storages, that I've ever seen in a travel trailer, that's for sure. And I like how it's all really clean cut and, really well put together. So over here, you're going to have your 2 battery disconnects, control there for the front cap, and then your, geez, Pete, why am I blanking out? You got the Bluetooth right here for the radio. You also have that Tough Flex flooring. Underneath here, you got your BAL system. So that's going to be a one-touch auto for your stabilizing. You also have the under lights too, which I haven't seen that before. That's pretty darn snazzy. You got the Lippert solid steps that flip up into the doorway, which is always nice. They're much more sturdy steps. So, for me, being a bigger guy, not having those flimsy aluminum steps is a really nice plus. And you can flip it up and get it away into the door. And then on the door itself, you got these little magnetic tabs to help keep it nice and tucked away, not worry about the wind. You get your screen defender and then your screen assist. So you just push down right on there, just makes it really nice and easy. Now on the door itself here too, you got the keyless entry. So it does come with a fob, so you can lock it up or open it up. You also got a little keypad right there. Just a little added Brinkley touch. Underneath the awning, you see you got the LED lights running, and then you got them over here as well. You're also gonna get the safety rail, which I'm a big fan of. It's becoming more and more popular on these RVs. Boom, tucked away. Or open it up, but I like it a lot more than those extra large grab handles because it's a little bit, one, it's sturdier, but two, it's a lot longer, so I could see just easier access in general. Underneath this slide, there's a couple things I want to point out. One, you got the upgraded Workhorse Goodyears, and those look super nice, and you have the Brinkley, custom kind of rim right there with the Brinkley B. But also under here too, you notice you don't have the screws coming through and being exposed. So they actually fasten that on, and it just looks really sharp. Again, you're getting a really nice, high quality product that over the years, what that's gonna do from that wind and that abuse from driving down the road and just the normal, kind of everyday wear and tear that these travel trailers go through, that is not gonna warp like a lot of your brands do. So when I was talking about underneath that bunk not having the traditional storage, this right here is why, and this is extremely impressive. Now this is going to be one of their versions, but what they're doing is they're actually switching this up here when they go into more production here soon. This is actually going to be 8 inches shorter on this side to allow for more space right there. Now also right here, let me flip around. This portion is held up and you can drop it down, and then how nice is that? Pretty darn cool. You also get an outlet back here. 300-pound rating, so if you want to put in, like a bike rack or some extra storage totes, you're more than welcome to do so. The 2 backing. And then you get the backup camera with the 7-inch screen, that Furrion, so you can suction cup it right onto your windshield and see what's going on behind you. You also got a ladder with a 250-pound weight rating to get on top of your roof, check your seals, check your slides. You also got that little rail up there to kind of assist you going over. This is the back end of that Furrion hot water heater. I'll show you up underneath here again. There's your spare tire, but again, notice how buttoned up everything. You also got your low point drains. So what's nice about these too is this is that kind of that Euro style window, and you notice how they're square instead of rounded. What that allows them to do is it not only gives it a really sleek and interesting appearance to the Brinkley, but instead of opening up 3 inches, normally those frameless windows, that's the major gripe. They don't open up for proper airflow. Instead of opening up 3 inches, this style not only allows it to frame it in on the inside to look nice, but it also allows it to open up 6 inches as well. It's going to be where you plug in the unit. Then you got your dump valves and a little place to hold up the old stinky slinky. And what's nice about the dumps also is they're going to be the electric right here. Now there is a manual override, which I'll show you here in a second, but this makes it really nice because you don't have to touch any of those, those grab handles or anything like that are prone to breaking, needing replaced. All your valves can just be opened up just by hitting that open valve. And then right here, if you can see, there's going to be 4 fasteners holding that in. If you ever need to, if you're in a pinch, you can undo that and then access it manually. Up in the front, you got a pretty interesting box here too, which is always nice. You can open this up from 2 different ways. Here on the side, where you have access to where you get your batteries, so you can get 2 batteries up here. You also got like a little toolbox style where you can throw a couple extras, and then you have your 2 propane bottles, which you can access there from the side, or you can pull up here too. And one thing I did forget to mention over in the docking station, well, just the docking station in general, but you have your valves. But then right here, you have the hot and cold water in the form of an outside shower, your different bypass valves, your satellite cable, auxiliary hookups. But then you also get your hose, and this is going to be 65 foot of hose that retracts back in. So how freaking cool is that? And you have an opening where you can slide it through. Now the BAL, the auto leveling, if you're not familiar with that, it's going to be a much upgraded system here for you. And I won't get too much into it, but instead of having the electric jacks where you have to hold down, hold and retract, you actually have an auto mode where you can just set it. You can also go into manual mode and control, each one along with the tongue jack. You also get a voltage reader here, as well. But all right, guys, hope you guys enjoyed the tour. Again, this is the 2024 Brinkley Model Z 295 Air. My name is Hunter. Have a great day. See you.